I just thought I'd share something with you, right? I'm 53, turned 54 in just under a month at the end of August. And it was this year when I found out, and I'm going through menopause, right? I went to the doctors when I was about 40 or something. I was getting night sweats and shit like this, and I was like, like, what's going on? Is this menopause? I had a blood test, a woman blood test, right? Basically, it was just a blood test to try and sell me statins, but we won't go into that. And she said, no, you're not menopausal yet. You're perimenopausal, and just left it. I had no idea what that meant, right? No idea. And so I've just gone through all of this by myself. Do you know what I mean? I don't take estrogen or anything like that. I've never been to the doctors about my menopause. But I read somewhere that once you've not had a period in a year, you can say that you're in menopause. So I can say I'm in menopause because I've not had a period in over a year. So I don't really know what's going on with menopause other than what's happening in my life. I don't pay much attention to it. I don't give it much of a thing. It's like with my MS. I think if I don't bother it, it won't bother me type thing. Like the less that you focus on an illness, the less that illness is going to come for you, because sometimes you forget it and it don't have time to come. Don't even fucking ask me. I deal with it how I deal with it, and it gets dealt with. That's all I need to know. And I found out your piss flaps fall off when you hit menopause. Lose your flaps. I'm like, you do what again now? So sure enough, a week or two ago, I had a little rummage about down there. My fucking piss flaps are gone, ain't they? Literally, I have no piss flaps. I'm like, I feel cheated. I feel like a Barbie doll. No. Like, why don't they tell you that? I never got a chance to say goodbye. I don't even have a photograph of them to remember them by. There is nothing that possibly alludes to the fact that one point in my life I had piss flaps. Nothing. Cannot prove it. Gone. Taken from me, and no bastard told me that, like. And you know who it made me think of? Matt Rife's girlfriend. I don't know if you've seen this, I'll just pop over it. Like, Matt Rife had an ex-girlfriend. She went, to me, it just looked like she's like, I'll just make as much money off of him as I can until people forget who I am. Personally, I don't know if she's famous, I don't know. I just know that she brought up her piss flaps, right? Because he'd made a joke about them on stage, which everybody would have laughed at and moved on from. She decided to go on a podcast and make people think in depth about her piss flaps. And it was such a bad move in my particular opinion, because I still remember that. Don't even know her name, but I do remember about her piss flaps. I do know that she's got ginormous piss flaps that stick out. You know what I mean? That's all I know about the woman. And she did that, not him. But yeah, somebody tell her that she's going to lose them one day. Like, literally, one day they won't be there, my darling. So just appreciate the fact that you've got piss flaps you can fucking see. Because one day, you're not. And like, I read somewhere, because I'm like, I want to know about this. I've not really done much research because there's other stuff I'm doing at the minute. I can't really be asked to, to go full in-depth research on my flappicles. But I had a little look, and it said that because I'm like, well, what the fuck are they for then? If I don't need them, now I'm going through menopause, what were they for? And I can't, like, literally, if you, please let me know. Please let me know if you have any idea as to the working usage. What do they do? What do your piss flaps do? But one of them said it's to provide moisture. So, like, what did they does? No. The further you go into this, the fucking deeper it gets, mate. Because it's like, what is it like a slug? Does goo come out your flaps? Like the skirt of a slug or a snail. Is that what they're for? Now, I saw somebody on. I'm too much information, mate. But the public deserves to fucking know, right? And if your teachers ain't going to tell you, or if they do, and you're going to fucking forget it your entire life, here I am, catch you up. But I did see somebody that I found quite attractive on Tinternet. I don't really leave the house much. Can't. Mobility's gone. Just a swamp monster. Just a woman who lives in. This is my shed in the woods, basically. Um, yeah. So I saw somebody that I found really particularly attractive on um, Facebook, or like it was a famous person. It was somebody like John Cook or something, and I felt a little. I'm like, right, okay, so that it doesn't just turn off the tap. That's not the only place moisture comes from, because otherwise I wouldn't automatically get. But if you have any knowledge of the actual purpose of your piss flaps purposes, please educate me. Let's educate each other. Let's start a thread. Because not enough people know this. I had no chance to say goodbye. I have no photographs of, but I have no proof whatsoever that I ever had flaps. And now that I'm thinking about it, because I do focus on it quite a bit, I'm like, it feels a bit weirder to sit down, it's more exposed. It's like, what? Does Mother Nature think that women don't need protected vaginas once they're not having babies anymore? And we're not going to give you that cushioning when you sit down, love. No, sit down on your bones. Anyways, we'll leave that there. Let me know what you think. Thank you for coming. Please come back and never forget I love you, or whether you got piss flaps or not.